Ladies and gentlemen, knowledge is the key. Reading is fundamental, ladies and
Look,
gentlemen.
Johnny, the people don't care about their children's futures anymore.
Juicy, what the drums at?
It is not always about winning, especially when the victory is already there. Until we take the low seat, we'll never see the truth. The biggest winners are defined by how much they're willing to give up.
I think that a lot of people today, we love the idea of following Jesus. But he says, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves.
I was in the family business.
What's that?
Please let me help you.
He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, proclaim liberty to the captives.
Some people really do not understand what they have until it's gone.
So remember, flesh is bent towards our pride. Do you know why it was probably difficult to hear 2,000 years ago, but maybe even more difficult to hear now in 2022? It's because we live in a world where you don't have to deny yourself of anything.
Cool. $50 million, no problem.
I want 20 million in 50.
20 million in 50.
20 million in 20.
20 million in 20s.
And 10 million in 10.
And 10 million in 10s. You want any fives with that?
What is your name?
What's your name, man? You called us. Why you want to know my name?
Here's the thing about wishes. The more you have, the more you want.
Who says you can't make things better?
You can't play God, son.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call.
I wish I could hear you say my name. I wish we could do it all again.
Hey, get off the stage, man.
I wish that I could hold you now. I wish that I could touch you now.
Yeah, the glove's coming up.
Don't hurt me now.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Enough! Silence! I can't take this no more.
You don't have to deny yourself of any kind of sexual experience. You can go find it, you can go get it, it's encouraged. You don't have to deny yourself of any kind of substances, and substance abuse is only getting stronger. You don't have to deny yourself of any kind of pleasures. You have to deny yourself of any kind of status. Anything you want, anybody who you want to be, anybody that you want to try to impress, anything that you want in your life, you can figure out in our world today how to get that into your life. Every message that we hear in our world today is about self-fulfillment.
Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you. Radio lied to you.
You're lying. And I know you're lying.
The greatest lie ever told, one so brazen, unapologetically bold in its utter transparency. We solidify and smooth over and pass down the line, telling our kids it's okay, it's fine, from our generation to the next. Because bright and happy words on bright and happy products come from bright and happy farms with bright and happy animals with bright and happy deaths. They don't feel a thing.
I can't believe you just did that. But no.
Get to the chopper!
They don't feel a thing.
I thought I was dreaming. Yeah, the club's coming up.
Don't hurt me now.
But wait, there's more.
We hear things like be true to yourself, follow your truth, follow your heart. And I think it's why our culture loves the idea of following Jesus, but not the reality of following Jesus.
And why we're here to live our truth in some huge capacity. And what I want to tell you today is that you can begin to live your truth.
Survey said.
Because following Jesus stands in opposition to everything that our culture is screaming. Our culture is saying, listen, whatever you want, take it as far as it'll take you.
Yeah, the club's coming up.
Don't hurt me now.
They don't feel a thing.
Snatch and run, yeah!
You don't deny yourself of anything. And Jesus says, that's fine. You have free will. You can do with your life whatever you want to do, but if you want to be my disciple, you will deny yourself.
Get to the chopper!
You think you're going to take 100 kilos of heroin into the U.S. and you don't work for anyone? Someone is going to allow that?
That's right. Since we've been talking here this morning, 4 people in this country have died of overdoses, just in the last hour. As many people have died in the last month as were killed on September 11th, including 1 a day in my state of Maine. To be sitting here 3 or 4 years later and still only being able to interdict 25% of the drug shipments that we know about. And this is the most serious public health problem this country faces. 4 people have died in the last hour.
Let's start with the rainbow fentanyl, the fentanyl that is designed to look like candy. We've been reporting on this for quite some time because this is one aspect of what infuriates me, the drugs coming across the border. Now they're trying to appeal to children in this country.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Juicy, what a drums at?
It is! State police are warning parents about drugs that look like candy ahead of Halloween. Edibles have risen in popularity over the past few years and have grown to mimic popular candy packaging, like
drug-laced snacks that could be marketed to your children. It's happening in North Carolina.
Just a couple of weeks ago, a 4-year-old in Virginia died after investigators say that he ate a large amount of THC-infused gummies. Now, THC is what gives marijuana its narcotic effect. And edibles are not legal in North Carolina, but some of the products, as you see here, have found their way into the stores. Take a look at some of these pictures of some of the items seized recently in a statewide sweep. They look similar to well-known snack brands like Jolly Ranchers and Fritos, but these are counterfeits, and all are THC-infused gummies and snacks.
Sample. Before you feel all grossed out, allow us to explain some more details about the candy. It is a lemon liquid candy that comes packed in individual urine sample containers, complete with a sterile label and a medical fact sticker. It is a very realistic-looking urine container filled with a deep yellow, lemon-flavored sour liquid that is actually quite delicious in taste.
Any good?
The tobacco habit of that time.
Big G. The best.
And wanted to target young boys who were interested in baseball. Thus, the idea of shredded gum and the name Big League Chew. It is believed that about 800 million Big League Chew pouches have been sold so far. And the candy has evolved from its origins in the 1980s. The packaging has attractive graphics matching with the catchy flavor names like Outta Here Original, Big Rally Raspberry, Swingin' Sour Apple, Ground Ball Grape, etc.
Societal sculptures fade away like water paint on a lean canvas. The mixture of colors makes me anxious, but I know what pure grace is. We live in a world where the mindset is money. You kill bees, but ask for honey now. Why would you kill what has the power to create and sustain? I notice we love to complain about pain, but no one mentions the thrill in the gain. The belly of the beast is no stranger to scars. Holds an undeniable hunger, and sometimes I question why the only way to feed the beast is fight violence with more violence. Enticing fire to seek prey and annihilate, cause chaos but expect silence. Force compliance, half these people ain't never felt the purest ray of sunshine. A natural remedy for the blues, making poetry exist from soil. Showing me a glimpse every morning, nothing but green, animals roaming free, our air is clean. You allow your body to move with the current, there's no bullets devouring the skin of any living being. Guns loaded, cigarette smoking, finger on the trigger. Angry boy sees daddy with gun, learns to shoot. Daddy says, get the job done, waters the bullet with tears and grows a man out of that gun. Bullets for blood, angry man bleeds a lot. Became embodiment of gun, positioned around every corner like a shy shadow. Only seeking to be seen when the deterioration stops manifesting. This skin is still alive, but not for long. This world managed to teach guns how to sing our song, and my song is fading. And I think the reason humanity is failing is you're a fool to think you'll prosper if you aren't a product of pollution and slaughter. They cut down trees to make buildings, build stores to sell trees, identify ocean as wasteland, dumping their truth for safekeeping, hoping the current will take it deep enough to never resurface. Built an army, labeled it factory, told the soldiers they're fighting for salary. This is how they get away with legalized slavery. Grooming human beings into machines, giving them survival of the fittest mentality, mastering the art of rapid strategy. An international game of Russian roulette, a death duet.
Universal soldier.
Shoot the last man standing, a masterpiece. A sculpture of what's left of society.
Don't you hide it, let me know. Show my hand, I'll let you flow. Until you hide it to go. Don't let me down, just let me know.
When we read the word, we must be prepared to go through what we're reading and not just read it like it's a novel.
You don't even got a front yard!
Why everything's sparkling on you and stuff?
They don't believe me. Do you believe me?
I do.
Wondering how you missed it. How you let yourself be so blinded by your ego.
Christ showing us no man will be able to stay woke on their own. And he's showing us how he, which is the word, is what's keeping us woke in this hour so we don't. When you fall asleep, you fall into the hands of the false doctrines, the false love, the false peace, the false way, the false mercy, the false everything. Because if you're not walking in the truth, you're automatically in the lie.
Why was he late?
Guess he overslept.
Well, why didn't you wake him? You wake him. When one of us is late, we're all late.
If you look at these apps and stuff like that, the only thing they're trying to do is activate your flesh. The mission and the goal, the mission is to entrap people in their flesh and keep them sinning. That's the new slavery. If you put the cheese in the trap, eventually the mouse gonna get hungry enough and walk himself in there.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
This is the gun line. Test tube, baby. You are now inside the gun line.
Whatever has you captive, you are its slave. If you cannot let go of your sin, it's because you are a slave.
Don't hurt me now.
The Bible says that a slave does not do his own will. A slave does the will of their master.
Bows down to your master.
said, consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. They also don't move to different locations. They're created to be content with their placement. I believe this is a teaching illustration of faith.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and thy shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot. So if God can sustain clothes for 40 some years, how much more can he sustain and preserve your soul? How much more can he sustain and preserve your soul?
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Come on, look back over your life and see where the Lord has brought you from. Awesome. Let's talk about why he's awesome. You said,
when one of us looks or sounds bad, we all look and sound bad. So what's the concept?
pick up for friendship. Every minute I'm living it counts. No one sending my sentence. Still put a check on my checking it bounce. Living like Grace's apprentice, cause it's interest. Only one with a child. Don't care for living expensive, cause a rich man won't live in his house. Give them the gospel in inches or centimeters in a grow mouse. Give them the gospel in inches or centimeters in a grow mouse. Give them the gospel in inches or centimeters in a grow mouse. Inches or centimeters in a grow mouse. Mama said I couldn't sit here, I was irritated and I had to go out. Mama said I couldn't sit here, I was irritated and I had to go out. Mama said I couldn't sit here, I was irritated and I had to go out. Claim on my daddy put big fear in his little children that he single me out.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Give them the gospel in inches or in centimeters, it'll grow miles. Conversation that is with me can't be filthy, so I'm watching my mouth. Pulling the truth out the scriptures, I got more change than I got out the couch. Those who are led to repentance is who enter, ain't no walking with doubt. And just to be hot for a second, listen, some will kill their mama for clout. God, I am here for the infill of your intel, that's a wonderful vow. I was in jail, what I built there, it was tumbling down. I want you to know that I've been there, where your sin self, it keep coming around. And I know life is a blessing, every minute we live in it counts. We confess it under pressure, we would never renounce. Taking on Jesus' essence and direction to get back in this house. Full of the spirit we pressing, you digressing, looking back at the plow. Whenever I feel that I'm stressing, I never exit to get back on the route. Eating the scriptures for breakfast, I digest it, then I'm acting it out. The world gonna end here, we'll be with him when he cracking the clouds. I'm feeling just like his apprentice, I'm attentive, ain't no lacking allowed.
Well, why didn't you wake him?
I'm not his mother, sir.
When one of us is late, we are all late. When one of us looks or sounds bad, we all look and sound bad. So what's the concept?